See some hands up? Okay.
Microphone and video are on.
So a flipbook. There is, yeah. There's actually, let's see, I'm going to grab a link for you to a little video clip on how to make a flipbook. It's 30 seconds. Whoops. Got to get past the ad. All right. So in the chat box, I can put links. And I've just put a link to a YouTube video that teaches you how to make a flipbook. Because one thing I've learned is that some people have made these, but they call them something else, or they actually haven't made them before. And so it's really hard for me to show you on my webcam, so it's helpful if you watch this animation. So moms, dads, grown-ups in the room, if you click the link in the chat box, it should take you to a YouTube video. There is a 30-second ad you can skip, and then you can watch how to make one. And if you already know exactly how to make one, feel free to skip the video and go ahead and start and play. The first thing that I want you to do is know what it is, and then we're just going to play a little bit, and then we'll direct our play a little bit more. So if you're just getting here, there's a link in the chat box. I'll put it in again for those who just arrived. We're making flipbooks today, and I want you to understand how to make them, and I've tried to demonstrate it on webcam and it doesn't work very well. So watching this video is a little bit easier for everybody to understand. Let me know in chat if you have any trouble getting the link to open. Or if your parents aren't there and they need to approve you to grab a grown-up. Hi, Joe. How are you?
Good.
Have you ever made a flipbook before?
Yeah, I did it at home.
Okay. We're watching. I've given people a link to watch a video on how to make one. If you would like, I will give you the same link. And if you already know how, you're welcome to just start making one if you want. So it's up to you.
Okay, so we need paper.
Paper, lots of paper.
I'm looking for it.
No worries. Got your paper, Joe?
What are you doing? Well, my mom's getting the paper.
Okay. I'll go ahead and you have plenty of time. Lots of people are still watching the video. I'm waiting just a few minutes until the video's over. So no worries.
Mute you.
Okay.
So now she can hear you. Do you want everybody on unmute or?
No, the microphones pick up the background sound a lot better than it seems like, and so then you just hear lots of noises and keyboards and papers. So we just mute unless we're talking.
Gotcha. We're on mute now then.
No worries. So if you're done with the video, go ahead and raise your hand. Okay. Most people. And then the next thing is just go ahead and make your own flip book to get started. We're going after you make your flip book, and we do our best to share them, which is tricky on the reversing of a webcam. We'll adapt and kind of remix our activity, and it'll look a little bit more math-like, but flip books are really, really fun in a lot of ways. So for the next maybe 10 minutes or so, however long you'd like, really what I want you to do is to make your flip book, however you would like to make your flip book happen. Then, like yesterday, we'll kind of mix it up and try it again a different way, in a different way. We have about 3 different ways to try it today. Hey, Sarah and Julian. Nice to see you again. Have you guys ever made a flip book before?
No.
Okay, let me give you a link in the chat box, and then it's a quick video that explains how to make them, and it's easier than me trying to show. I've tried to show it on the webcam myself, and I'm too small. It doesn't work very well. So it will tell you, it'll give you the idea. And once you have the idea of, oh, that's what it is, you don't have to watch the whole video. And then you can make your own, however you would like. And after we all display and make our own, then I will give you some different things to try, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Insha. How are you? We are making flip books. Have you ever made a flip book? Oh, Insha's up there. Arjun, I'm going to send you. Sorry, I picked the wrong one. There you go. Here's a link to a video on YouTube on how to make a flip book. Yeah. Have you made flip books before, Arjun?
No.
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 I just sent you a link so you can see kind of the basics of how to make one. You don't have to watch the whole entire thing once you understand kind of the concept. I've tried to show them before online. It doesn't work very well on my webcam, so I found a video instead. So for the next 10 or 15-ish minutes, however long this activity stays interesting, then we will make flip books, and then we'll remix our activity a couple of times to learn some different things.
I'm done.
What'd you draw?
A stick figure?
You want to show it?
Sure.
Ah, person arrived piece by piece. Nice job. Easier or harder than you thought?
Actually, kind of easier.
A little bit easier than you thought it would be? You started at the bottom, or did you start at, like, did you start on the bottom of the stack, or did you start at the top of the stack of paper? When you started drawing, did you start drawing from the back or from the top down? From the back? Smart. I learned that the hard way. It's a lot easier to draw from the back up than it is from the top down. Good job, Lawrence.
Thanks.
We're going to see what else people come up with over the next few minutes, okay? You're welcome to make another one, or like add more to his hands or something, or do another one to the side. It's up to you. And if anyone else finishes, you can either just wave your hand or just turn on your microphone and you can say, I'm ready.
I'm ready to show mine.
Okay.
And I'm going to flip it for her.
Let me make it, wait, let me make yours big so we can see it. Okay.
Okay, it starts from the middle. Get that?
You drew a
I'm
flower.
sorry, it's not working out very well.
It's really hard to show them, which is the biggest part about it that's frustrating, but they're so fun to make. I still do it anyway.
Bigger to small.
There it is. Good job. Your flower just grew on the page, didn't it?
Yeah.
Very nice. Pink too. I liked pink. Does anyone else have a flip book they're ready to share?
I'll try one. I'll be reading.
While you're drawing and working, and we have some that are done, I want you to try to think of, is there anything in my life that's kind of like these flip books? Have you ever experienced anything that's similar to these flip books before? Talk about it with the grown-up in your house maybe, or just think about it in the back of your mind, Lawrence. What are these like? Insha, are you ready to share? Not yet?
Overlap it a little bit.
I know Lewis and Jamie are working hard. And I can tell Violet's still drawing. Arjun, you're ready? All right, I'll turn on your mic. Oh, I think your mom did it for you, and then I muted you. Okay. Oh, yours didn't get bigger. It moved across the page. Cool.
Can I see?
You want to try to see? It's so tricky to try to get it right in webcam.
Face it that way because the lines are at the bottom.
Good work. It looks like it's dancing across, doesn't it? Very fun.
Yes.
I'm glad you shared that with us. I love it. Anyone else? Violet, you're ready? Okay, go ahead, Violet. Looks like a circle getting bigger. Oh, hey, that's cool. And then it shrunk back down and then it turned into a person. Good job. There was a bit of a surprise in there. I like that. Anyone else want to share their flip books? I love that they're always so different. Okay, are you Lewis or Jamie?
You just muted yourself. All right, now you're ready.
Okay.
Ready? Oh, this looks like a complicated one. It morphed. So hard to flip them. Very cool. I like how it moved and it went and it morphed up. Changed shapes. That's really fun and complex. And are you Lewis or Jamie?
I'm Lewis.
You're Lewis. Okay. Thanks, Lewis. Does anyone else want to share?
Yeah, mute it, Liz.
I see Joe. And then we'll go with Joe and then Jamie.
Okay. I'm not sure how to show this because I didn't use all the pages. Okay. First.
Can you figure out how to flip it? That's the trickiest part.
The tricky part about this right now is that I didn't use all the pages, so I'm not sure how to like rip them off.
Oh, you accidentally skipped some pages? That's all right.
I used a bit of the pages.
That's okay. Oh, do you want me to tear them out so you can flip the other
Okay,
way?
we'll come back to you, okay? As soon as you feel like you're ready to share it. Now, did Jamie say he was ready? Did I hear that? Okay.
Oh, Jamie didn't want to show his.
Oh, okay. He does not have to show his. So, Sarah, I see Sarah's hand is up. Go ahead, Sarah.
Next.
All right. Oh, your person's running along. Very cool. Is Julian going to show his?
I'm still working on
You're still working on yours? Okay, no problem. Some people love these and some people do not like doing these, so it doesn't really matter. If you take a long time, that's great. Anyone else? Are you ready, Joe? No? Okay. And Crystal is always so detailed. I'm thinking she's still working, aren't you? She's still working. Anne-Marie, does anyone at your house want to share? Okay. Do you mean to? There you go. Let's make your video bigger. Okay.
Okay, here's Gabriel. Oops, let's see if I can get it. Ah!
Webcams are terrible.
Uh-oh.
It gets bigger. I can kind of see it, but it's really tricky to show them. That's the part that's hard.
Let's try it again.
Oh, it gets bigger and it moves. That's really cool.
Where's the other one? Here's was a lightsaber.
Oh, I see it. Oh, ooh, you cut him in half. That's awesome. That's really cool. That's what my son would have done. The exact same kind of thing.
One under your knee.
That's really neat. All right. Is there anybody else that wants to share theirs? You do? Okay. Shahir, I can't remember how to pronounce your daughter's name.
Okay, so.
Is it you?
It's Zahabia.
Zahabia, that's right. Okay, I'm going to rename you because I want to be able to remember. And if I spelled it wrong, just tell me. Okay, I'm going to make yours big. All right, Zahabia. Should you do another one? Oh. Your mom got that one to flip fast, and it moves right across and moves along.
The other one, we did it this way, which is difficult. This one,
And that way worked better?
yeah.
I'm glad you did another one. Oh, Julian and Sarah?
Well, you kind of can, but see, since it takes up like the whole cheek instead of just one side.
They can't see the picture from me.
Okay. The trickiest part is flipping them for webcam. He moves.
That's hard.
It's really hard to show him because, like, you can't flip it this way and have the camera see it, huh?
Just from the bottom.
I understand.
There he goes.
I also have another one.
Oh, you want to show another one, Sarah? Aha, it's like a rainbow grew across the sky. Very creative. Are there more? Are we still working? Oh, Insha, is yours done? Okay, and then we'll come to Joe.
This is my flipbook. How'd you draw a girl, Mama?
Oh, good. You draw some long hair.
All right.
Oh, but the sun is.
Oh, very bright too. And they look like they're growing. Oh, I see the flower growing and the sun and the sky changing.
Easier to watch it if you don't hear.
Good job, Insha. Thank you. It's fun to make things grow and get bigger. All right, Joe, is yours ready? Yeah? Okay.
Okay, this one's a little bit hard to flip, so I'm going to try flipping it.
They're all hard to flip.
Wait, can you even see it?
Not very well.
Okay, let's see here. Try
There we go. Oh, wow.
That's
It's a
basically
gun firing.
It's a giant laser cannon.
Yeah, giant laser cannon firing.
That's really cool. I can see the blast at the end. It's a little bit tricky to see. The lighting's a little bit tricky, but I can see it. And Crystal's ready.
Good job, bud.
Let me turn your mic. Oh, you're on. Okay.
Crystal did. She had a dot, and then I think it grew out of control. So then I asked her to be a little smaller in detail, or smaller, and then. Oops, sorry, wrong way. The line that jumps around and does hop.
He looks like he's dancing. Good job, Crystal. I like your crazy squiggly one too. It kind of looked like it was dancing and moving. So how come these look like they're moving? Does anyone know? When you do it for yourself and you can get it to move fast, does it look like it's moving or dancing or growing really fast right in front of your eyes?
No, it's not.
Does anyone know why it does that?
Because
Blue. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
because you're flipping it so fast that it kind of looks like it's moving.
The speed makes a big difference. Lewis, you want to say anything to add to it?
Well, I learned this that it kind of like your eyes can't see the picture the paper moving. So it seems like it's like the picture is moving itself across the screen, because your eyes can't see that it's actually being moved a tiny bit every.
Very good. Yeah, it's a trick of our eyes, isn't it? I see Sarah's hand. Sarah?
I think like, because if you like draw them and like you draw them in small pieces, so when you move it really fast, those small pieces come together.
And our eye fills in for us a little bit, doesn't it? And so, how have you guys, you've all seen movies, right? And movies are just lots and lots and lots of pictures that are still, and our brain thinks they're moving because we see them so fast. And so they're little slices of a picture of something moving through time. So in calculus, because this is calculus, right? In calculus, one of the things they needed to do, we've talked about, is model things or see how things are made. And they do two things a lot in calculus. There's integral and differential. You don't have to remember those, but that basically means splitting things into small parts or taking the small parts and putting them together. And when we want to figure out some things, like if you throw a baseball or any ball in your backyard, does it go in a straight line? Draw with your hand on your screen kind of what the ball will do.
It usually goes in a curve like this, right?
Does it go like that? Does it go like that and then like that? Or what does it do? Kind of depends on how you throw it, huh? If you throw it up in the sky, it kind of goes up and then it comes down. If you throw it at your brother, then it kind of goes a little bit over and then it goes back down. But it's a curve. It's not a straight line. It's a curve. And when they wanted to measure things that curved, that weren't just shapes, but that were moving through time, they needed a way to do that too. And calculus helps people do that. So Joe's drawing of a gun firing. How would you know where a missile's going to land if you launch it? Do you just hope it's going to land in the right spot? Can you run out there and check on it a million miles away? Can't do that. So they use math, and they use a lot of calculus and algebra and graphing and modeling to do stuff like that. And so your flip books are like cutting up time. Did you know you could cut up time? It looks like something's happening, like a plant is growing or a person is dancing across the bottom of your page. And it's like you've sliced time into little teeny tiny pieces. And that's one of the powers, the superpowers that calculus has, is it lets us sort of slice the time that you threw that ball into teeny tiny pieces so that you can see what will happen at each stage and where the ball will land or where the missile will go or how to tell the missile to go where you want it to go. So what I would like you to do is on your flipbook papers, this time I'd like you to choose a really simple shape that grows. You don't want it to, it's really complicated if it moves across the page, so just stay in one little corner and have something that grows, like a square or a circle or a flower that grows from a dot into something. So is that making sense? Try not to move over or up or around or do anything fancy like we did this time, but just starting with a dot, have it grow into a square or a sphere or a flower or a house. It can be a complicated shape, but we just kind of want the shape to appear a little bit at a time. Does that make sense?
This fairly easy. From a dot.
I
to grow into.
finished my flip book.
You finished another one? Let's see it.
And become a bigger dot.
Awesome. Keep going back down. I love it. Good names. That's really cool. Good job.
Goes into a
You can have so much fun with these. I used to play with these as a kid. Because it's like being an animator. You're being an animator for animated movies. You're doing your own animation without a computer. It's really cool. So for the next few minutes, pick some kind of a shape. It can be complicated shape, but just have it start as a dot and have it appear. Other than that, all the other decisions are up to you on how you want to have it appear. But don't have it move over or up or around. Just try to keep it in one little corner of your flip book. Okay? It'll probably only take you about 5 minutes.
Okay. You need to make it a little bit bigger.
Is yours done, Violet? Hang on, let me make your video bigger. Okay, I'm going to show it. Awesome. Yours is a dot that grows into a very large circle. I can't hear you, and I can't tell that your microphone is muted, but I've been able to hear you the whole time. So is it muted?
It is
There we go.
a lot.
Was that harder or easier to make?
Easy because it was.
Because it doesn't move. Good job. Okay, now don't get rid of it yet. We're going to do something with it. So after you make this more simple one that just grows right where it is, we're going to do something that's really kind of tricky for our brains, but it's really cool. Arjun, you want to show yours?
Where's my dog?
Ah, we're making a circle appear. Got big. Good job. Sarah and Julian, go ahead. From a dot to a flower, and it got bigger and bigger. Oh, good job. And Julian, what'd you do? Okay, see dots, and it's really hard, like doesn't work very well. Our hands get in the way and then it doesn't flip fast enough.
Okay.
Ah. Oh, you also grew flower? Good job. Don't get rid of it. Keep it right there handy. Anyone else want to share theirs, Javier?
I want to see.
Oh no!
Sorry, a book went flying.
They do that.
Put your hand a little higher.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get them to flip, isn't it? Ah, your dot got really big. Good work. Good job. All right. Lewis and Jamie. Go ahead and turn on your microphone. Show us what you did.
Jimmy, you got it? You want me to help? Where is it, Jamie?
Oh, cool. Grew right there. I love it. Ah, very nice. It's off to the side of your cool square. Okay, here's what I want you guys to do now. So this is the tricky part. Ready? I want you to get a different color pen or pencil than the one you drew your original shape so that it will show up and it will be different, okay? And I will and I'm going to show you on a whiteboard what I'm talking about here so you can see me draw. So if my shape started out and I was going to draw a flower and I started with a dot and then I drew the stem on the next page, imagine these are different pages. And then I had a stem and a leaf. And then on the next page, I had a stem and a leaf and another leaf. And then I had my leaves and I put on a petal or something like that. So imagine those are different pages, okay? What I want you to do, grab this color, is I want you to go page by page with the help of the grown-up there, and you're going to color the part that changed. So if this is page 1 and this is page 2, then the part that changed would be this part, and I would color it with my new color. And between page 2 and page 3, what changed is now I added this stem in here. Or excuse me, this leaf on my stem. Get my words right. So I would just color that. And then on my next page, on page 4, the part that changed is right here. It's this leaf. And then on the last one, this is what's changed so far. Okay? Now raise your hand if that makes sense, what we're trying to do. Does that make sense? We're looking for what's different between each individual little page. And we're going to color it with a new color. Okay? So go ahead and do that and color it with a different color. And then flip it again.
But it's hard to do with a growing circle.
It can be kind of hard to do with the growing circle. It helps to lay like two pieces, to lay the pages together and see, oh, this is the part that I added, and try to, if you have this much circle and then it got this big, just highlight this. The part that grew.
Okay.
That's bigger. Yeah, this is kind of tricky, and the grown-ups in the class will realize that this is kind of some deep thinking. In math, we use the word rate of change, and that's what we're really kind of playing with, is our rate of change. But it actually does some really cool stuff when you flip it, too. And it won't be perfect, and that's okay, but we'll get the point. I see some smiling. I see a lot of working.
Okay, I'm unmuted.
You're going to do yours, Joe? Okay.
Okay, try to flip.
Yeah.
Good luck.
That's the hardest part.
Tiny dotsy.
Uh-huh. A tiny dot.
And we flip.
And it gets bigger.
Is that all I saw?
Yeah, it's hard to flip.
Okay, I think Mom's gonna do it.
Well, I don't know that I can flip any better, but we'll try.
Tiny dot.
Yeah.
And then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
No, we can't see the whole eye back there. It grows into a guy. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There. You can. Okay.
I can see the guy at the end.
Yeah, there. But we're having some flipping problems.
They're, yeah, easier said than done. Did you mark all the things that changed from one page to the next?
Yes.
Did it surprise you at all? Cool.
Yeah, we have two colors. It's hard to see.
Okay, yeah, it's hard to see, but you can see the change? Good.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Thanks, Joe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hi, Tingle. Right there.
Yeah.
Anyone else that has their changes all marked and wants to show what happened on theirs? Do you want to show, Violet?
You have to tell. What?
Are you ready?
No, but she asked before I could tell her. Then another seed and they grow into flowers.
Ah, and you've marked all the different, I see it in red.
Yep. Well,
Yeah. Cool. Good job. Flowers are fun to do and watch them grow right before your eyes. Arjun, do you want to do yours?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see it.
It's only 4 pages.
That's okay. Oh, move it up a little bit. There we go. Okay, good. And you've marked the parts that changed in red.
Yeah.
Nice job. Anyone else that wants to share theirs? Zahavia, you want to share yours? Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Should I flip it for you?
And after we flip them a lot, they get harder and harder to flip.
Oh, I'm sorry. This was the other one.
Oh, that's all right. I can see your lines around it. It really kind of grew in rings like a tree, didn't it?
I think it's just best with bigger to smaller.
Yeah, that was easier to see. It grew kind of like a tree does, didn't it? With a little bit more that you added on the outside each time. And if we hadn't marked it, we wouldn't have really thought about that. That's really cool. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. When we mark the change that we see, we can see if we made a big change or a little change. So when you're watching a movie, what do you think the change is between each picture? Do you think there's a lot of change between each picture that a movie machine takes? Or do you think there's hardly any change at all? Go like this if you think there's lots of difference between each picture, and this if you say no, there's hardly any difference between the pictures at all.
Can you wait 1 second? Can I do mine?
Sure, we'll do it in 1 second, Lawrence. Okay? There's hardly any difference. You can almost not even tell the difference between each one, because the less we change, the more smooth the picture looks. So let's take a look at Lawrence's. Ready?
Just, can you do it like this? Flip it from the back to the front? Okay. Do you want me to do it? Okay. All right. You do it from the back to the front? Okay. Whoops. This is really hard.
They're really hard to flip. Ah, you have concentric circles, and they're growing bigger and bigger. A lot like a tree, too. Good job. If you can get them to flip fast enough, then the colored part that's a different color almost looks like it's moving around too a little bit, and like it has some motion. It's quite interesting to see. So another challenge that you can try, another one you can try at home, parents, is you can try changing the same amount each time and see what happens. Or moving it over the same amount each time, and you can kind of play with the concept of how much we change from slice to slice at a time. And it's kind of a hard concept, so it's fun to play with, and it really helps with building a good foundation for that concept. Insha, you want to show yours? There you go. See a heart. Good job. They're hard to flip, but it's really cool. And goes from a dot, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And did you just have to did yours grow kind of like a tree? You added a little bit more each time until it changed into a heart? Cool. Who knew that Flipbooks could have so much in common with trees? Who else would like to show their Flipbook? Anybody? All right, Lewis.
Alisa, the cat. Mama, the cat.
Cool. Okay. Oh, good job. I can see it moving, and I can see that you marked a different color. Did yours change a lot from page to page, or a little from page to page?
At the end, it changed a lot because I just added a huge star on it.
So that's a big change. It just appeared.
Yeah.
Sometimes
the
mine.
Star just appeared in the middle of the sky.
That's awesome. Sometimes we want to do that on purpose, and it just appears in the sky. All right. Anyone else want to show their Flipbook? Or anything that's changed on their Flipbook? While we're finishing off, look at your very first one now. You don't have to draw on it if you don't want to, but look at your very first one and see what changed from page to page. Some of you made more than one change. Some of you made your something get bigger, and you made it move over. And in calculus, they would say you did 2 derivatives instead of 1 derivative. That's for the grown-ups in the room to understand. But for you guys, look and see, did I make 1 change or 2 or maybe even 3? Maybe it got bigger and it moved and it changed shape. Who knows? Jamie, you want to show yours? I saw your hand.
Do you want to show you?
No.
No? Changed your mind? Did yours jump around a lot, or did yours stay in the same spot?
My first one did.
Your
But
first
my
one?
second one didn't.
So you tried both ways. Well, the second one I told you not to jump around, Tom. So take a look at your first one. Let me know if anybody has one that jumped around and got bigger. Did anybody find out that they were making more than one change on each page? Raise your hand if you made more than one change. It's not a good or a bad or a right or a wrong. I just want to know. Some of you made 2 changes when you were doing your first flip book. Very cool. This is one of my favorites. It's really fun to make them and to pretend to be an animator, and then it's just really cool. On the Spark, there's another game you can try, and so maybe you want to try this with someone in your family or a friend or something. We won't do it in class. We'll go ahead and end class, but you draw a shape, and then the other person can only draw that same shape, and then you can draw the same shape. And you see what you can make by drawing the same shapes over and over again. Or another fun thing is to take a flip book that's blank. So like Lewis and Jamie as brothers, and Lewis puts a dot, and then Jamie has to add to it, and then Lewis, and then Jamie, and then Lewis, but you can't talk to each other, and see what ends up happening at the end of your flip book by going back and forth, but no talking allowed. That's kind of a fun one too. Crystal, I saw your hand. Did you want to share?
Yes. The first one Crystal did, I think she didn't understand until you gave the demonstration, but she made her own. Sorry, this paper is not so easy to flip. Crystal, I can't. You'll have to do it backwards, okay? Make it straight.
Shrink down. Good job. Were you able to find the differences between each page, Crystal?
Yeah, she got the idea fast as soon as you showed the demonstration. Because before she was making big changes that weren't so smooth.
Ah. Big changes make it look a little bit jumpier and choppier, doesn't it? And then if we make really small changes, it looks more like it's really moving in real life. And sometimes we want things to just appear like a star in the sky, and other times we want it to look like someone's really walking or really going smooth. And cutting up time seems like, oh, it's fun for movies and stuff, but it can help us in science as well. We talked about missiles and launching and whatnot, but once photography came out, did you know they didn't know exactly how horses ran until they got high-speed photography? Because they couldn't see it. It was too fast. And they had no way to know exactly what each of those 4 legs were doing at each point in time until they got photography. And then they could see it, record it, and slow it down and slice it up in time and see how horses' legs actually worked when they ran. So there's another application of why slicing time up or slowing it down a little bit can help us to learn things. It can help in sports, and it can help in understanding our bodies and animals and even plants. Sometimes we speed it up. Have you ever seen videos where they show a plant growing really fast? Like it just bloomed in 2 seconds? But they've actually been filming it for a long time, and then they speed it up. And that helps us learn things too about the world around us. So you can do it both ways, and it's really fun. Are there any questions or anybody else that I missed that wants to still show a flip book? I see a no from Joe. Okay, tomorrow is we're kind of revisiting Flatland, and we're talking more about slices and parts, and we'll be doing mosaics. So if you have little squares of paper or little sticky notes or something that kind of makes your life easier to make a mosaic, but they don't have to be the exact same shape and size. So whatever you have on hand, even Legos works great. That's what we'll be playing around with tomorrow, okay?
Can you use ceramic?
What's that?
Can you use ceramic?
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you, everyone. We will see you tomorrow for Flatland Revisited and Mosaics, okay? It's a fun, crafty one. Bye, everyone.